To all our Sports Today family members, and boy oh boy, we are just about 3 hours and 15 minutes away from the World Test Championship final. Yes, that day is finally here. After 2 years of toil, pain, twists, and drama, we are finally here. India versus Australia at the World Test Championship final at the Oval. It's going to be a blockbuster, come what may. There has been so much intrigue about the pitch, so much intrigue about the playing 11, so much intrigue about what is going to happen. Can India end 10 years of ICC pain by playing in June in England? So, firstly, there are two things which I will focus on in this morning wrap. One is the playing 11. We have all discussed about the playing 11s, what it can be for India, what it can be, what will they go with, three pacers, two spinners. Will they give a debut to Ishan Kishan? Will they persist with KS Bharat? All that is going to be discussed in this. And there is also one more thing before I come to the playing 11s. Why were two pitches prepared in the ICC World Test Championship final at the Oval? Now, the problem is the ICC, it is in the protocols, it's on the pitch. According to Rule 6.2 of the playing conditions, when it comes to the pitch, the ICC can determine which pitch it can be played on. Now, remember, there are currently oil protests and there are a lot of protests going on in London at this point in time regarding high oil prices. Now, it is this protest that is ensuring that the ICC wants to ensure no pitch vandalism takes place. Remember, in the past, pitch vandalism has happened in England. In the 70s in particular, when there were protests, the cricket pitch was the target. Now, assuming if one of the pitches gets damaged due to some security lapse, due to some security protocols, then they will play on the additional strip that has been prepared. Now, if you have to look at it, it's a totally new situation altogether. June, England, test match at the Oval. What are you going to do? The pitch looks green. The green may be shaved off a bit, but remember, this match neither comes under the ECB control, neither CA control, nor BCCI control. It is in the ICC control. Whatever the pitch curators that the ICC have determined to do, they will have to follow that one. So that is the reason why two pitches have been prepared. They look green. So there will be some early movement. There will be assistance for the pacers. And it may be sunny as well today. So there is a little bit of cloud cover. It's not much of rain expected throughout the 3 days that's there. Fourth day, you may have some showers, but very few. Fifth day, no showers. So that is why this playing 11, the conditions that are there at the Oval at this point in time, my playing 11 would include the 5 batters pick themselves on their own. Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Cheteshwar Pujara, Virat Kohli and Ajinkya Rahane. These are your top 5, which is assured. Now, if you want to look at the wicketkeeper, Ishan Kishan or KS Bharat. What are the pros of playing Ishan Kishan? Can be an attacking factor, is a left-hander, can ensure that he can he can change the momentum of the game with some quick hits. What is the disadvantage? Making your debut in the ICC World Test Championship final, too much to ask. Fourth, the other disadvantage is it can backfire spectacularly. And keeping in England is not easy. Late movement from the Duke's ball, consistent movement, too much to ask for a wicketkeeper who is going to make his debut. KS Bharat. What are the options of playing KS Bharat? Steady keeper, but yes, he dropped a couple of chances in the Ahmedabad test. Swing, he kind of failed to judge because Mohammad Shami used to generate late swing. KS Bharat struggled with that. So, that is one problem that we have got. Batting, okay, he's not set the stage on fire, but his keeping is a bit more steadier. That is the only thing that works in favor of KS Bharat. But because he played 4 tests against Australia, Ishan Kishan didn't. Maybe for the stability factor, India might go in with KS Bharat. But if Ishan Kishan makes a debut, do not be surprised because Rohit Sharma acts on instinct. He doesn't go by past records or doesn't go by past instances of what has happened. So Ishan Kishan could play. Now the three pacers are guaranteed who they are going to be. Umesh Yadav, Mohammad Shami, Mohammad Siraj. There's no problem with those three pacers. However, looking at the conditions in the oval, is it going to be two spinners or one spinner? Even in that one spinner, is it going to be Ravichandran Ashwin or is it going to be Ravindra Jadeja? Remember, for Ashwin, what is the major advantage? Improved record in the Sena countries, 6 left-handers in the Australian lineup. 6 left-handers. And you know Ashwin's record against left-handers. At this point in time, Ashwin he's also a good bat as well. So that is why it is going to be a really, really good pick if Ashwin plays. Now, what about Ravindra Jadeja? Gun fielder, superb batter, and a bowler who can wheel away regularly on a consistent basis and put Australia under pressure. What do you do with that? Either Ashwin Jadeja plays, then you have no problem. But if there is only one spinner, Shardul Thakur will play, and the one choice spinner that I may have is Ravindra Jadeja. Yes, there is a clamour for Ravichandran Ashwin, but then remember, if you are playing KS Bharat, Ravichandran Ashwin, and then you are playing 4 pacers, the entire batting lineup is filled with right-handers. There isn't a single left-hander if you play KS Bharat and Ravichandran Ashwin. You may have to go with Ishan Kishan. Then if you pick Ravindra Jadeja, then you've got 2 left-handers. The one-dimensional batting that is there, everybody is a right-hander. That might be erased in that. So, my playing level, it might change according to the match. I will go with Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Cheteshwar Pujara, Virat Kohli, Ajinkya Rahane. I'll be tempted to go for KS Bharat, then Ravindra Jadeja, Shardul Thakur, then Umesh Yadav, Mohammad Shami, Mohammad Siraj. That is my playing level. I may not want to risk Ishan Kishan on an ICC World Test Championship final because the risks are too much. Either he will fire brilliantly, he may score a 30-ball 50 or a 30-ball 60, but it can also backfire spectacularly. That is the major problem that you are having at this point in time. So, attack might be a good option, but then yet again, too much of attack, that too in an ICC World Test Championship final. Yes, you are in an era of baseball, but yet again, the risks are also too high if you cannot execute it. So, Jadeja starts. I think there is no place for Ashwin looking at the nature of the wicket. You will play 4 pacers and 1 spinner. It's a green deck. Maybe it could break up later. But remember, this is June. You can't go by the past trends of the Oval because it was played in July or August or September. Conditions and climate is totally different at that point. So, I will rather play 4 pacers and 1 spinner. Australia are anyway going to play 4 pacers and 1 spinner. There's going to be Scott Boland, Pat Cummins, Mitchell Starc. And if you look at it, Pat Cummins, Mitchell Starc, Scott Boland, Cam Green, and Nathan Lyon. That's going to be your Australian lineup as well. Now, from the World Test Championship, if you have to look at what is at stake for Indian cricket team, I mean, if they win, then they can enjoy a potential 1-month-long holiday. Why is that? Because, according to reports, the India versus Afghanistan ODI series that was to be played from June 23 to June 30th, that has been apparently postponed. The official confirmation we will get in the next few days, but Afghanistan versus India, the 3-match ODI series on June 23rd to June 30th, that has been postponed, which means from June 12th until July 11th, India doesn't play any matches whatsoever. There is a 1-month-long break until the series against the West Indies. The West Indies series begins from July 11th onwards. So, 1-month-long break. It is going to be a luxury for the Indian cricket team because after this, from July to August, the West Indies tour, August, September, you're going to have the Asia Cup if it is held. Then you will have the India-Australia series and then you are having the World Cup. So this period from June 12th to July 11th, It's going to be a 1 month break potentially. If the India versus Bangladesh, India versus Afghanistan ODI series is postponed, that series could be slotted in some other window. But at this point, India are looking at a 1 month long vacation if that happens. So there is a lot of mixed reactions about whether KS Bharat or Ishan Kishan. Don't be surprised if Rohit Sharma goes with Ishan Kishan. It might very well happen because KS Bharat did himself no favors by not playing a single IPL game. He dropped a couple of very easy chances in Ahmedabad, and that ensured India drew the test against Australia. So, Ishan Kishan, for his attacking batting and the way how he did in the IPL, maybe that is the way to go forward. So, we are all gearing up now for the World Test Championship final. Remember, the toss will be at 2:30. The match will begin at 3 p.m. IST. Every day you're going to have the match at 3 p.m. IST, and play can be extended until 10:30 p.m. IST. Only half an hour extension allowed under the ICC playing conditions. So it is going to be a blockbuster match at the Oval. Nikhil and Vikrant will give you live updates from the Oval as well. You can join us at that time for the lives when we do for the post-match. They will be there giving their special analysis, plus a lot of special tips from Sunil Gavaskar as well, Harbhajan Singh. They will also giving you, they'll be giving you special analysis. So we have got you all covered. All of us are covered in this particular situation. So, India versus Australia, the ICC World Test Championship final. I have given my playing 11. I might be tempted to go with KS Bharat, but do not be surprised if Ishan Kishan makes his debut in the World Test Championship final. Let's not be surprised about that. Now we are moving to other cricketing news and other sports. And other cricket, if you look at it, the West Indies have registered a 2-0 series win against the UAE after they won their second ODI by 68 runs against the UAE. It was yet again a flawless performance from the Windies, but remember, their next major test now comes in July when they are playing the ICC World Cup qualifiers. Then you look at it, Sri Lanka versus Afghanistan are playing in the third ODI today, and lots is at stake because the series is tied 1-1. If either of the team wins, it's going to be a big boost for them. So it is Afghanistan versus Sri Lanka that is happening at this point. West Indies versus UAE, all it ended with West Indies winning. Now from other sports, you've finally gotten your dream semi-final clash. Novak Djokovic versus Carlos Alcaraz in the semi-final of the French Open. Remember, this could be the potential passing of the torch moment when it comes to world tennis. If Alcaraz wins, he denies Djokovic a record 23rd Grand Slam title quest. Remember, Djokovic has reached 45 Grand Slam semi-finals. He's only one behind Roger Federer at this point. So, Carlos Alcaraz versus Novak Djokovic. After Carlos Alcaraz defeated number 5 Stefanos Tsitsipas, it was a great feat indeed. And congratulations to Carlos Alcaraz for putting in a splendid performance, 3-set win over the number 5 seed Stefanos Tsitsipas. On the other hand, Novak Djokovic also registered a very epic 4-set win against Karen Khachanov. So Djokovic is in the semi-final and he'll face Carlos Alcaraz. It's going to be a spectacular semi-final indeed. Now, if you look at it from the world of other sports, it's been an unfortunate start for our Indian badminton shuttlers in the Singapore Open. PV Sindhu, HS Pranoy and Lakshya Sen, they all crashed out in the first round, but Kidambi Srikanth did very well. So, it's yet again continuing the very inconsistent performances that the Indian shuttlers are having in badminton. I mean, why is it happening? And that too in a year when you're preparing for the Olympics, it's not a good sign indeed. Sindhu crashing out to Akane Yamaguchi, Lakshya Sen losing to Chao Tien-chen, HS Pranoy also losing. Remember, HS Pranoy won the Malaysia Masters. Very surprising to see him lose so early in the Singapore Open. Now, if you look at the world of other sports, hockey, you're going to see India take on the Netherlands in the FIH Pro League. That's going to be a very interesting clash indeed. If India win against the Netherlands, then their chances of finishing at the top of the FIH Pro League, it increases in a big way. So India versus Netherlands, 2 matches they will play. They'll play India, then India will take on Argentina, the Pumas, in 2 games. So 4 very important matches coming up in the FIH Pro League. It could very well determine whether India finishes on top or they miss out yet again. Netherlands in particular are a very tricky opponent. So it is a very big upcoming FIH Pro League encounters for India. Now, when you look at the wrestlers, The ongoing wrestlers' protest, if you see, the three wrestlers have gone back to their respective jobs, but they have not stopped. They haven't stopped the agitation. Now, this is the situation that the government has issued, that Anurag Thakur has said that the government is willing to talk to the wrestlers yet again on certain issues. But if they want to talk about it, why isn't action been taken against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh? Simple fact. Remember, 2 FIRs have been registered under the POCSO Act. Why hasn't action been taken even despite the FIRs been filed? Police probe is going on. Yes, Amit Shah, the Home Minister, and Anurag Thakur have said, wait for the probe to conclude. There were details in the FIR that was registered in the Rose Avenue court. Now, if you look at it, this is the situation that is there. The FIR probe and the other things will continue. The wrestlers will be asked for some more time. Wait for the probe to finish, and after the probe ends, maybe the action will be taken at that time. So Anurag Thakur has stressed that. Union Minister Anurag Thakur has stressed that we will talk to the wrestlers on certain issues. Now let's see what happens after that. So 3 hours, actually 4 hours, 3.5 hours to go for the toss, 4 hours to go for the match. India versus Australia World Test Championship Final at the Oval. It's finally here. Do join us in Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. Tap the bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.